Brought to you by Zions Extreme Supplements for extreme athletes, available at GNC stores nationwide. The 27-year-old Brazilian against the 26-year-old American. A big reach advantage for Cruz, but again, as Joe has talked about, he will not be looking to strike with Frank Mir.
When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
Frank Mir is so cerebral in his approach to this game. And he is cerebral right now. He's been waiting a long time to return. It is Mir against Cruz in a heavyweight matchup.
You ready? Come on, let's do it.
Is tonight the start of the road back to a potential battle with Arlovsky in regaining his belt? Comes out swinging. Does Frank Mir? Remember, it's the left leg that was damaged in the accident.
Oh, looked like it just gave out right there.
Yep, Mir slipped a little bit. He has put it to the test. Not only how is his leg,
beautiful takedown,
how is his head, the mental part of it.
Pedipano rolling for an armbar. Good body shot by Frank Mir from the top.
The one thing that Frank has talked about is that he said, as a pure submission guy, yeah, perhaps Cruz is better than I am with that jiu-jitsu background, but so was Roberto Traven. But when fists start flying, Joe, that changes this game from just pure jiu-jitsu or submission wrestling.
Absolutely changes everything. Things open up. Rolling for a Kimura is Frank Mir. He might have this locked up. It's hard to see with his hands if he's got it locked up with his hands. Pedipano dropping some punches and elbows on Frank's side to try to soften him up here. It's very difficult to tell from this vantage point if he's got his arms locked. Looks like Pedipano's getting out now. He's slowly slipping his elbow up. Once his elbow passes Frank Mir's elbow, he's going to be safe. All right, he's out. Head and arm control. He's in Frank's half guard. But this is Pedipano's world. Pedipano is an excellent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter.
Yeah, he caught him with an elbow. Caught him with an elbow, and Mir is cut. Oh, a good elbow indeed. Marcio Cruz following up with a shot to the left eye area of Frank Mir. So Mir is opened up.
Yeah, Frank Mir's got to figure out a way to somehow or another get out of this position.
And that blood's going right in his eye. Blood's going right in his eye. That's going to affect his vision with the cut being rated. It's clean break. They're going to check the cut
return to this position.
over the left eye of Frank Mir, and they will return to this position.
Okay, up.
They're going to check the cut, and then they will return to this position.
Ooh. Wow, that's a lot of blood.
Yep.
Oh, this would be very unfortunate if the fight would stop because of this.
The doctor's saying if you can't see, we can stop the fight. I don't think Frank's going to allow that to happen. He says he can't wait. He can't see. He can't see out of the left. The cut's fine. Can't see out of his left eye.
See out of his left eye.
Can you continue to fight?
He's fine.
You can. We're going back down there.
Yep.
Down.
Wow,
that baby Frank.
I can't see out of my left eye, but I'll still fight. Wow.
And remember, they can't give any more attention to the cut till the end of the round, Joe. So it might be survival mode right here with still 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in round number one. Then they can probably close that cut up. But right now, he's going to have to survive the next couple of minutes.
And it's going to get bigger.
Yep.
Pedipano's landing punches and elbows on it. I mean, and Frank's not doing anything to defend that. He's got to figure out some way to stop these punches from landing on that cut.
Frank Mir, the former heavyweight champion, is in big trouble here in round one. Marcio Cruz, Pedipano, out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, teammate of Babalu, doing a great job against the former heavyweight champion, who has been out for over a year.
Frank keeps rolling, trying to get this Kimura, but in the meantime, he's taking a pounding.
I remember when he was beaten so badly by Ian Freeman, but that was truly the mistake of being overconfident made by Frank Mir that night. And he said he still has pictures of how he looked after that fight. Said he'll never make that mistake again. If he can survive the next 90 seconds, round one will go to Cruz, but he'll be able to get that cut closed.
The cut has only gotten worse. And if he couldn't see out of his eye before, I mean, that's nasty. He's got a minute and 20 seconds to go.
Long time. It's got to fight back.
Fight back.
The Las Vegas crowd is in favor of Frank Mir, but Frank is in big trouble here in round one.
Herb Dean is thinking of stopping this fight. That's why he's saying fight back.
Fighter must be able to intelligently defend himself, and Cruz is in total control. Surprise here in round one.
Fight back. I'm going to stop it.
Got to fight back or he'll stop it. It is all over. It is all over. Marcio Cruz has defeated Frank Mir.
Pedipano wins by ground and pound. Who would have ever thought that was going to happen? Once he got it to the ground, it was his. He was completely in control.
Could not intelligently defend himself, and the return is sincerely and drastically disappointing for Frank Mir.
Let's take a look at the replay and see the punch in the elbow that did the damage to Frank Mir's eye.
Oh.
There's a punch.
That's the one that got him. Yeah, it was the punch that opened him up, Joe.
Yeah, those elbows didn't really do it. There was another elbow. It was more the punch that did it. And then afterwards, a bunch of punches and a bunch of elbows.
You know, you wonder if he could have survived and done something to defend himself, 30 seconds later and stopped the bleeding. Could he have regained any control? But we won't be able to find that out now, as Cruz just continued to throw and throw aggressively against Frank Mir. So surprise here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center. Cruz upsets Mir and goes to 2-0 in the UFC. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by referee stoppage and TKO, Marcio Pedipano Cruz.
So Herb Dean stops the fight in the first round, and definitively the victor is Pedipano Marcio Cruz. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Marcio Pedipano Cruz, World Jiu-Jitsu champion, second fight in MMA, defeats UFC heavyweight champion, former UFC heavyweight champion. Talk us through the replay.
A luta foi boa e eu ganhei. Yeah.
All right, now congratulations on a fantastic victory.
Eu queria fazer uma homenagem a um dos maiores mestres de jiu-jitsu de todos os tempos, que faleceu essa semana. Um grande abraço do fundo do meu coração, esteja ele onde ele estiver. Sei que ele está torcendo por mim, sempre gostou muito de mim. Agradecer ao mestre Carson Gracie.
He just made an homage for Carson Gracie, who just died. He was a legend for Jiu-Jitsu, 70 years old, just passed out this week.
Absolutely. Pedipano, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm here with former UFC heavyweight champion Frank Mir. Frank, long time layoff. You had a huge injury. This is your fight back. You've got to be disappointed. Tell us what you're thinking.
Greatly disappointed. Just too much time off. I thought I was ready. I think sometimes as a fighter, you convince yourself you're invincible. And I think I should have been more honest with myself. But it's just one more thing that I have to deal with now. I'm not out of it. This is definitely a stumble. I'll get up and keep running. All you can do. I can't give up.
What's next for you now? How much time do you take off and you go right back to the gym?
I kind of feel like going to training tonight to get past this. I don't know, just you lick your wounds, you're depressed, you cry about it, and Monday, pick myself up and get going. I have no choice but to keep going. Anytime in life something knocks you down, you got to stand back up. It's part of being a man.
Well, Frank, you have a lot of fans here, a lot of people rooting for you, and a lot of people who love to see you make a comeback.
Thank you.
Frank Mir, ladies and gentlemen.